Moorhens can walk on top of water plants in ponds and lakes. The common moorhen, also called the common gallinule, are birds that are found around the world, just about every place except for the polar regions and tropical jungles. These birds are black with distinctive yellow legs and a red beak with a shield that extends from their beaks up between their eyes and onto their foreheads. Unlike most water birds, moorhens don't have webbed feet to help them swim. They will hiss if they feel threatened, but otherwise have a distinctive, gargly-sounding call they use to communicate with one another. Moorhens are members of the rail family, which includes many different species of marsh birds. Moorhens are birds that often nest in places that people frequent, such as parks. Juvenile moorhens don't have the bright red shields on their faces. Moorhens can fly, but they aren't very good at it and will only go short distances at any one time. Moorhens will eat other birds' eggs if they can get to them. Young moorhens from previous hatchings often help to care for their parents' new babies. The moorhen is mainly charcoal gray to black bird, but its wing feathers tend to have a brownish appearance to them. Along the rear edges of each wing is a strip of white, and it may have small white patches towards its rear as well. The adult birds have a bright red beak that extends upward between its eyes to create a shield. The point of the beak is yellow. Its legs are mostly bright yellow, and it has long, pointed toes with no webbing. This bird grows to be about 10 to 15 inches, 25 to 38 centimeters, long and weighs from 2.5 ounces to 14 ounces, 70 to 400 grams, about the same weight as a can of soup. Moorhens have a wingspan of 20 to 31 inches, 50 to 80 centimeters, a bit more than the height of two bowling pins stacked one on top of the other. They're about the same size as a crow. They've been known to fly as fast as 22 miles per hour, 35 kilometers per hour, but they can't keep up this speed for very long. Moorhens live in groups, called flocks, most of the time. While these flocks can be large, moorhens often live in small groups of just a few birds. During the breeding season, they live around others of their kind but will separate somewhat from the others to claim a nesting territory. Although they can be easy to spot when they are swimming, moorhens tend to be rather shy and will avoid people whenever they can. They are not aggressive except during breeding season, and then they will squabble with one another over nests as well as fiercely protecting their babies. They avoid contact with people whenever possible. Moorhens can be found in most parts of the world, with the exception of jungles and the polar regions. They must have water, so they are only found in areas with enough water for the moorhens to survive. Usually, they need water that is deep enough for them to swim in, which also provides them with a place to nest and a way to escape their enemies. In colder regions, moorhens will migrate to more temperate areas before breeding season. They can typically be found either swimming boldly on areas of open water or hiding in the weeds at the edge of ponds and creeks. They build their nests along the edges of the water, in dense vegetation that offers them good shelter. Moorhens are omnivorous and eat a range of plant and animal matter. They eat many different small aquatic creatures, such as snails, small frogs, and fish, as well as land animals including rodents and lizards. They also eat insects and worms and have been known to eat the eggs of other birds. In addition, moorhens eat many of the plants that grow in or near the water, including fruit, berries, and seeds. The moorhen faces many environmental challenges brought about by humans, including pollution and loss of habitat. Despite this, the common moorhen has proven to be highly adaptable and continues to thrive in many different environments, even parks and other locations frequented by humans. This bird is listed as being of least concern by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN, which means that they exist in adequate numbers to sustain their population and face no significant environmental threats. Not all species of moorhens are thriving, however. The status of the Hawaiian moorhen is uncertain due to its being preyed upon by the mongoose. Another species of concern is the Mariana moorhen. It is listed as endangered by the IUCN as well as other conservation organizations, due to loss of habitat. The Indo-Pacific moorhen is also considered endangered, most likely because the local people hunt this bird for food. In most places, the moorhen is a popular prey item for a variety of predators. Some of the animals that prey on moorhens are foxes, coyotes, raccoons, dingoes, and dogs.